Hi, today's video I'm going to bring you back to something I showed you a little while ago, which is my planner. This is my homemade planner. I wouldn't even call it, you see all these homeschool planners out there, and this is more of my, I'd call this now my unit studies planner. So I'll turn you around. I'm still new to the approaches for homeschooling, and I think I'm going to go for an eclectic approach when we do it. So the different flavours of homeschooling, as they call them, I'll probably miss one out, so I'm new to this. One is unschooling, which is completely led by the child. There's no structure, you don't come up with anything. It's just if they want to go and chase a butterfly one day, they chase a butterfly. If the next day they want to learn all about penguins, you learn about penguins. It's completely at the child's interest of what they do, when they do it, that sort of thing. Now, coming from a teaching background, I like the idea of child-led learning, but I feel that it does need some structure, which is why my approach will end up being an eclectic mixture. You've then got Charlotte Mason, which is living books. So, for example, you could read about World War II, or you could read the Diary of Anne Frank and hear it from someone who's actually been through it, sort of thing. So a living book is my relatable, they say. I like the idea of this, and we will try and use this where I can find them, but I'm not. I'm not. My library. My head is not a library, and there aren't many good lists out there of living books. If anyone knows where to find one, do comment below. We'll try and use that where we can. Then you have unit studies, which is where you set up, say I want to do pirates for 2 weeks. I'd go and get some pirate books from the library, and I would set out activities. I would plan our month, plan our activities, plan our trips, and then obviously we'd be a bit flexible with when and how we did it. Which is what I'm going to show you in this book, is the unit studies that I'm thinking of doing and my ideas for them, and then at a later date when I've actually compiled them together, I will show you some of the ones I've come up with, and if I can work out how to put things onto the computer that I've already done in paper, I will put them on Teachers Pay Teachers and then link them below, so keep an eye out down below the video for that. Eventually I'll work out how to do it and have time to do it, and you may be able to get some resources below our videos. And the last one I can think of right now is notebooking, which I think you can incorporate into any style anyway. Notebooking is where you learn about something. So say we did a unit study on pirates and everything, and instead of doing a test at the end to see what she can remember, you hand her a notebook, you put pirates at the top, and while she's little and can't write, I do it for her. But basically I ask her, what did you learn this week? What did you enjoy? What did you feel was important to learn? And I'll write down what she remembers, not what I expect her to remember, and then she can draw a picture of, or stick in, if we've been on a trip, she can stick in like a ticket. If we've been on a boat, she can stick in pictures of pirates. She can stick in anything she feels relevant that she's learnt across the week, or 2 weeks. So I really like the idea of notebooking. So we're probably going to do a mixture of all of them, child-led. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to prep a load of unit studies, and then I'm going to create a jar, and then Rosie can dip in and take out a piece of paper, and if she fancies what's on that piece of paper, we do it. But she dips in and say it's butterflies. I'll be like, oh honey, that says butterflies, should we do butterflies for 2 weeks? And if she says yes, we'll do butterflies. And if she doesn't, if she wants to dip again, within reason obviously, because otherwise she could be there all day and say no to everything. So she has to pick one. So I'll turn you back around and I'll show you what I've got so far and what I'm thinking of doing around maybe one of them. So I'm one of these people who likes to write things out, and it doesn't matter if I've already written them out, I like to write them out again. So in the book I basically have my spider diagram with everything that I feel may be relevant for under the sea to learn about. So invertebrates, fish, crustaceans, sharks, mammals, the coral reef, what else lives under there, how deep, the fact that we haven't explored most of it. And I've put a couple of learning outcomes here, but I've got more in the next bit I'm going to show you. So understand not all water creatures live in the sea, identify different sea creatures from fish, mammals and crustaceans, and identify other life under the sea. I believe I have them in here, but this one's a bit more in depth. So this is just a piece of paper. So I've got week 1, we'll cover, I'm basing mine on a 4-day week, so that if she's ill or we have a bad day or we just we just don't want to do it one day. We've got a day spare to just kind of like do it on, because you can get so much more done with one child. So day 1 is what is the sea and animals in the sea. And then day 2 we might do a trip to Barry. These are all interchangeable. Day 3, continue on animals in the sea, because I doubt we'll have covered them all. Day 4, other life under the sea, so the plants, the coral. And then week 2 will be the fish and the mammals, carnivores of the sea, visit another beach, the different oceans. And then the last day will be all about notebooking, putting in what you enjoyed, talking about what you enjoyed. Then I've got a place to put any books we have. So we've got a book on the blue whale. Then I've got any sheets I've already done and any sheets that I need to make for her. So this is how I'm planning it, and then when they're complete I'll do another video and show you. So at the moment I have a whole folder full of printouts from Under the Sea that include colouring pages, counting pages, practicing cutting pages, and then I'm going to make a scavenger hunt for her to take to the beach with us, and probably some other sheets as well. Trips are ideas for Barry, Porthcawl. The museum has a whale upstairs, we might go, and the sea turtles, we might go up. The barrage has a beach. These are ideas. And my learning outcomes: understand what animals live in the sea, understand other sea life, know the difference between a fish and a mammal, and understand there are different oceans. So there's slightly more, a couple more there. So yeah, so I don't know if we're going to start this when she's 3 or 5. I'm going to play it by ear, but ones like this I will do sooner rather than later, probably, just to give her a taster. I might just do this one in September when they go back to school and go when the beaches are slightly emptier. So when everyone's in school, because I don't want to wait until, I don't want her to pick this one in January when it's freezing cold. So what we'll probably do is September, first couple of weeks, everyone's back in school. We'll take our trips to Barry, the other beach. And we'll do a unit study and then see how she gets on, because she'll only be 3. And if she's really still not interested, then I'll wait. I'll just explain to her that this is how me and her are going to do school. So when she is ready, if she wants to before she's 5, this is what we will do. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing pre-K stuff with her that's less obvious that it's like school. Because unit studies it gives me a bit more control. It gives me a chance to monitor what she's doing. And considering that there's some people who aren't convinced homeschooling is the best route, being able to show them, this might not work for us either, but being able to show myself and them that, oh look, she is doing what, I mean, I'm told the worst thing you can do is compare her to where she should be at in school, because all children are different, and that's part of the reason to homeschool, is you can tailor the education to the child. And if she doesn't want to learn to read till she's 7, she doesn't learn to read. I don't think Rosie's going to wait that long. I think Rosie's ready to learn soonish, but she might be one that doesn't. She might be slower in something else. So I shouldn't really be comparing to school children where she should be at. Because they are all so different, and you only start doing it when they turn 5 and go to school. I don't understand why. They all learn through play. They tell us they learn best through play, and all of a sudden when they turn 5, nope, you've got to sit at a desk. So yeah, these aren't going to be sitting down stuff. This is all going to be hands-on, moving around, trips out. So I hope this all made sense, and I hope this gives anyone who's thinking about doing this, even if this is something you want to do with your child after school and you just fancy enhancing their education with something, I think it's going to be very hard for me not to compare where she's at with where a school child is at, just simply because I am from the system. And until we're doing it and she's thriving, which she already is, it's a very nerve-wracking thing to do, because her life, her education is solely in my hands, and it's a very scary prospect, but also a very exciting prospect. So yes, I shall leave that video here for today now. So if you have any questions, please put them below. Otherwise, if you want to see more videos like this and see any of my other, because I've already started planning a few others, do comment below, like the video, subscribe, and it's ta-ta from me and ta-ta from the Rosie Bear.